Hello cuties! Here we are again for another round of my TBR game known as the Jars of Chaos! That's right, we're here for 8 spins of a spinner wheel and a ton of jars to tell me what I'm going to be reading in August. Now, many of you know things have been happening in my life and I'm always busy. I'm just always busy and I've been not doing great with my reading, at least in terms of like ebooks and physical books. So we'll see. A lot of things have been happening. This is being filmed in an interim moment, but there's, you know, been sad things and happy things, and we're just gonna talk about book things. Okay, cool, awesome. In my game here, I have a spinner wheel over here. I'm going to spin it 8 times. Whatever it lands on will lead me to one of the many jars in my room here. This is my library filled with books that I have not read yet, except for a few behind you over here. But essentially, yeah, I haven't read these books. Don't judge me. We're not going to talk about how many books I haven't read and own. Okay, I'm doing good for this year of acquiring books versus reading. I've read more than I've acquired. That's the first time that's ever happened so far. So no comments about this. Comment on other stuff, but not about this. So yeah, let's just get going with spin number 1. Spin number 1. Subscriptions. Sorry that it's all kind of wiped off, but it happens. Spin number 1 was pulling from my subscriptions. So we have my little Owl Crate Apothecary jar. Let's see what book. There's a possibility I've already read it, you know. Let's see. We've got, no, I have not. Dragon Fruit. This is from once upon a time when I had a Book of the Month subscription. I no longer do. But this is by Makia Lucier. I've never read anything by this author. I do own Year of the Reaper, so I'm intrigued by it, but here is what this is about. Hanalei of Tamarind is the cherished daughter of an old island family, but when her father steals a sea dragon egg meant for an ailing princess, she is forced into a life of exile. In the years that follow, Hanalei finds solace in studying the majestic sea dragons that roam the Nomi Nomi Sea, until one day, an encounter with a female dragon offers her what she desires most, a chance to return home and to right a terrible wrong. Samatita Mahenale, Sam, is the last remaining prince of Tamarind, but he can never inherit the throne, for Tamarind is a matriarchal society. With his mother ill and his grandmother nearing the end of her reign, Sam is left with 2 choices, to marry or to find a cure for the sickness that has plagued his mother for 10 long years. When a child companion returns from exile, she brings with her something that he has not felt in a very long time, hope. But Hanalei and Sam are not the only ones searching for the dragon fruit, and as they battle enemies both near and far, there is another danger they cannot escape, that of the dragon fruit itself. Dragon fruit. Alright, well that sounds fun, and I like the cover. Oh, look at the little bat on the back! And there's a little one on the front too, I just noticed it. Look at that little baby bat! Oh, he's a little foot bat, they're so cute! Spin number 2. A bomb book. Spin number 2 was a bomb book. Now I have been doing pretty good with my bomb books. So let's see if this is one I have already read. That's the goal. I just pull a bunch that I've already read. I have not read this one already. We have The Storm Crow by Kaylin Josephson. This might be a little hard to read for me right now, but I've owned this book for a hot second. Obviously, it's a bomb book. That's the premise of it. Here's what it's about. A storm is rising. In the tropical kingdom of Rodair, elemental crows are part of every aspect of life, until the Eleusinian Empire invades, destroying all the crows and bringing Rodair to its knees. That terrible night has thrown Princess Anthea into a deep depression. Her sister, Kaliza, is busy running the kingdom after their mother's death, but all Thea can do is think of everything she has lost, including her dream of becoming a crow rider. When Kaliza is forced to agree to a marriage between Thea and the Crown Prince of Valusia, Thea is finally spurred into action, and after stumbling upon a hidden crow egg in the rubble of a rookery, she and her sister devise a dangerous plan to hatch the egg in secret while joining forces with the other conquered kingdoms to ignite a rebellion. And I believe I have the sequel to this as well, somewhere. Do I? Or do I not? Maybe I don't. I know this is the start of a duology, so we'll see if I like it to continue to the sequel. But yeah, that's a bomb book. Spin number 3. An indie ebook. Oh no. Spin number 3 was an indie ebook. I had to upgrade to a bag because there's too many. I've also revamped them. So now there's 2 colors in here. If it's a darker pink, that means it's on KU. And if it's a lighter pink, that means I have to pay for it. But some of them are starred as well because I already have them. So let's just dig deep here and hope for the best. Okay. We have Shake Off the Ghosts. It is a KU. I'm pretty sure this is a little like paranormal romance of a girl who can see ghosts, maybe? Let's check it out. This is by Miranda Newfield, and it looks cute, and I think it's also plus size rep. So here we go. Wanted, house sitter for Cavendish House, an expansive medieval manor in the Highlands of Scotland. Must love country living and have maintenance skills. Decent pay for right applicant. Sounds spectacular, doesn't it? Sadly, what the ad should have said was, wanted, idiot willing to live in abject misery for 2 months in the middle of nowhere, Scotland. Must love 10-year-old dust bunnies, complete isolation, and have the courage to weather the nightly visits of the Blue Lady, the resident ghost. Great job for the right sucker. And even that couldn't prepare me for the Cavendish heir, Branson Douglas. Branson is infuriating. Stubborn, smug, and worst of all, infuriatingly handsome. My God, that smile. Branson doesn't want me around and makes no secret of it, but there's one thing I have that might help him save Cavendish House from the auction block. I'm a force of nature with a hammer. Now it'll take us both working together, day in and day out, to get it done. If only I can keep from falling for the handsome bastard between now and then. With every mystery of Cavendish we uncover, Branson's secret come to the surface, and soon I see a whole new side to this beautiful creature. Secrets that make my heart helpless to him. The way he looks at me. Am I right to think he wants me too? Or will the worst house-sitting job I've ever had turn into the hardest goodbye I'll ever have to say? Wanted, impenetrable heart lock, must repel heart-stopping smiles and Scottish charm. Please include money-back guarantee. A little nervous about this one. Sometimes books end up on my TBR. I don't remember when I actually put them on there. But, the infuriatingly handsome, oh, he's just so... That kind of stuff annoys me, usually, so... Alright, well, that's what's on there, okay? Pin number 4. Another bomb book. Well, we're back with bomb books. Let's see. What did we get? Ooh, that one, apparently, because it fell out. We've got... Oh, I read this! Already read it. It's Fountains of Silence. Already read it. Hey, it's a good one. You should read it. We've got... Okay, haven't read it yet. Got a contemporary Jessica Brody. This is The Geography of Lost Things. Jessica Brody is known for making me cry. The Chaos of Standing Still. I cried in that book, so let's see. Will I cry again? A lot can happen on the road from lost to found. Allie Collins doesn't have room in her life for clutter or complications. So when her estranged father passes away and leaves her his only prized possession, a 1968 Firebird convertible, Allie knows she won't keep it. Not when it reminds her too much of all her father's unfulfilled promises. And especially not when a buyer 300 miles up the Pacific coast is offering enough money for the car to save her childhood home from foreclosure. There's only one problem though. Allie has no idea how to drive a stick shift. But her ex-boyfriend Nico does. The road trip gets off to a horrible start, filled with unexpected detours, roadblocks, and all the uncomfortable tension that comes with being trapped in a car with your ex. But when Nico starts collecting items from the quirky strangers they meet along the way, Allie starts to sense that these objects aren't random. Somehow they seem to be leading her to an unknown truth about her father. A truth that will finally prove to Allie that some things, even broken things, are worth saving. Let's see, normally I'm not a huge second chance romance person. I can be. It has to be done right. And I do trust Jessica Brody. So, I also, the undercover is very Sailor Jupiter. This color scheme, Sailor Jupiter. So, I have high hopes for you now. Okay. Spin number 5. Oh, first acquisitions. All right, the next one is the first in line on the acquisition. So I go back to my spreadsheet, see what I've purchased first in the year, and whichever one is the one I have not read, I will read. Let me go check. So the first in line for this prompt is Boy Snow Bird by Helen Oyeyemi. I've heard mixed things about this, but want to try it out. Here's what it's about. In the winter of 1953, Boy Novak arrives by chance in a small town in Massachusetts looking, she believes, for beauty, the opposite of the life she's left behind in New York. She marries Arturo Whitman, a local widower, and becomes stepmother to his winsome daughter, Snow. A wicked stepmother is a creature Boy never imagined she'd become, but elements of the familiar tale of aesthetic obsession begin to play themselves out when the birth of Boy's daughter, Bird, who is dark-skinned, exposes the Whitmans as light-skinned African-Americans passing for white. Individually and together, Boy, Snow, and Bird confront the tyranny of the mirror to ask how much power surfaces really hold. So I didn't realize this is kind of a Snow White adaptation. So Herkyed people, if you've never read the original Snow White, I know I have a copy of Snow White down there. I could do that for my classic and adaptation. Didn't know that. I'm very confused. Why is she called Boy? I don't know where the name comes from and it's confusing me. So, okay, cool. But I do like it that it's talking about, you know, any kind of heavier topic like this, especially like racial discourse, I always find very intriguing and worthwhile, obviously. So I am excited to read that one, and I know I have it on Everand. I can read this one as an audio there. Spin number 6. Chunky. Chunky. Spin number 6 was a chunky book. Let's see. What do we have for the chunkiest of chunkies? Twin Crowns! Where you be? We've got this nice fancy copy of Twin Crowns. It is 500 and some odd pages, obviously. 507? Yes, 507 pages in this copy at least. Look at those lovely lovely spread. They're so beautiful. So let's see what this is about. It's very short on the back here. We have 2 sisters, 1 crown. Princess Rose Valhart is heir to the throne of Iana. Trained from birth to fear the witches that killed her parents, she will do anything to defend her kingdom. Stolen from the palace at birth, Wren Greenrock is the secret sister no one knows about. She plots to usurp the princess in order to protect the witches of Ortha, who raised her. In the battle for the crown of Iana, where will your allegiances lie? So, that sounds actually really fun. Yay, not too bad. Not too bad a pick for a chunky book. Spin number 7. Another bomb book. How many bomb books am I going to read this month? Oh, already read it. Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise has already been read and was a 5-star read. Highly recommend. Oh, have not read. Okay. We have The Cold is in Her Bones by Peternell Van Osdale. Yeah, this I've heard really good things about it. It is fairly short, so no biggie. Let's see. Here's what it's about. Milla knows 2 things to be true. Demons are real and fear will keep her safe. Milla's whole world is her family's farm. She is never allowed to travel to the village, and her only friend is her beloved older brother, Nicholas. When a bright-eyed girl named Iris comes to stay, Milla hopes her loneliness might finally be coming to an end. But Iris has a secret she's forbidden to share. The village is cursed by a demon who possesses girls at random, and the townspeople live in terror of who it will come for next. Now, it seems the demon has come for Iris. When Iris is captured and imprisoned with other possessed girls, Milla leaves home to rescue her and break the curse forever. Her only company on the journey is a terrible new secret of her own. Milla is changing too, and may soon be a demon herself. In place home. And spin number 8. Oh, TBR bag. All right. We've got the TBR bag. My Sailor Moon lunchbox filled with every single book that I have not read on these shelves. There's so many, so many. Let's see, what are we getting at random? Could be anything. This one! Okay! This is actually the start of a series. So, we have A Broken Blade by Melissa Blair. I've heard fantastic things about this. This was published in 2021 and 448 pages. That's what we know. It feels heavy. It's got that thick paper, you know, that's very heavy. And ooh, what was that? Oh, is it just the shadowing? There's, on the chapters, there's like some shadowing. I thought there was some art in some of this. Anyway, here's what this is. Kira is a killer. As the king's blade, she is the most talented spy in the kingdom, and the king's favored assassin. When a mysterious figure moves against the crown, Kira is called upon to hunt down the so-called Shadow. She tracks her target into the magical lands of the Fae, but Faeland is not what it seems, and neither is the Shadow. Kira is shocked by what she learns, and can't help but wonder who her enemy truly is. The king that destroyed her people, or the Shadow that threatens the peace. As she searches for answers, Kira is haunted by a promise she made long ago, one that will test her in every way. To keep her word, Kira must not only save herself, but an entire kingdom. I think there's 4 books in this series, so that would work for my Herkyed prompt if I read all of them. I've actually heard this compared to like better Throne of Glass, and see, I don't read anything Sarah J Maas, I refuse to, so apparently this is better than Throne of Glass, even though it has like, I guess, some similarities with the assassin situation. That's all I know about it, is better Throne of Glass. That's all that's in all the reviews I've seen. So yeah. All right, so no jar of challenges, but this is this TBR. However, we must figure out what we're gonna try to focus on for Herkyed. Okay, so I've got all the prompts for Herkyed in here, and we're gonna see what we can try to focus on. We've got the garage sale. So I have gone and found 2 garage sale books. So I'll be trying to read those as well as getting a 3rd. I technically do have ones that'll fit, but I wanted to get new ones, you know? And the local author prompt. All right. That is our, I'm gonna set them here so I don't forget what I got. I do have a plentiful supply of local authors. I do know right away, where are you at? Right here. Earlier this year, the day I did my fun event with Taika where we played on the adult jungle gym thing, you know, the Sky, what is it called? Sky Zone or whatever. We did stop at a local bookstore there, and in the local bookshop I did buy The Golden Hourglass by Ben Mariner. I also got another one. Hold on, I bought 2 in that local section. Where's Bitter Souls? I got Bitter Souls. So either of these will easily work for that. Because I know for sure I went to the local author section and was like, oh, let's try these guys. So either one of these will work. And then the garage sale books I have are, my most recent haul, we got a copy of Harriet the Spy, Pippi in the South Seas, and then I did get these 2 books for my nephew that I easily could still use. We have Zin Zin Zin, a violin, and How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight. So technically could just read these, and one of these counts. So, but I want to try to make them like novels and stuff. So this Pippi copy, by the way, is an original first printing, 1959. Very exciting. And I think this is actually also a first from 1990. Classics. I feel like I'm vibing the most with reading Golden Hourglass. I'm just gonna put that on the TBR. All right, well that is my August TBR. We'll see how much time I can dedicate to these as I am raising a puppy. So we'll see. Because I used to be a dog trainer, and I'm gonna train my dog to do the dumbest stuff ever. You bet your bottom dollar I will be doing that. So I'll be dedicating a lot of my time to the puppy. So yeah. All right, well, let me know what you guys are reading in August. Let me know how you're doing in Herked and all that jazz. All the links are in the description. If you liked my video today and want to show some support, my Ko-fi is linked down below. You can both do one-off donations or become a subscriber, much like Patreon. Everybody who does the one-offs and subscribes will get early releases of videos. And then if there's a book you want to put in my viewer pool, which we actually didn't get today, crazy. Usually I get an Instagram and a viewer pool in almost every TBR video, but ever since I fixed my wheel, we haven't done that. We just got 3 bomb books instead. You can put a book there and try to make me read it. Commissions are open on my Ko-fi page. If you want me to read a book like right now and put it on this TBR right now, you can do that. I also have an Amazon wish list where you can be a book fairy and send me a book, or you can send the puppy a present. There are 2 separate wish lists now, one for me and one for puppy. So yeah, there you go. And I'm filming this before I've gotten puppy, which is why I'm not saying the puppy's name, because I don't know if I'll have revealed puppy by the time this video comes out, but we'll see. So yeah, that is it. I hope you guys have fun in your reading endeavors. And I'm gonna go now. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hush, little air conditioner. You are too loud for me. Begin. Oh my God, I cannot read. Familiar tale of aesthetic obsession. Begin. I can't read. I can't read, brother. Oh. Her truly her. Come to me, Jiggly. Oh, it's tight.